We are live. It is alive. It is alive.
Oh, yay. Oh, goody. What was I doing? I was hitting the buttons and sending the things to the people.
Send the things to the people. To the people and the things and the things and the people.
Okay, that's the person.
Huh?
That's the person I was looking for.
We are live.
Yes,
Okay.
we are. So. Oh, did you send the message to the people?
No, I'm sending the message to the people right now.
Okay. We are sending the message to the peoples. So, peoples, here's the message. Alright, I sent my message to the person. The person of inspiration.
Inspirational quotes?
No, it's the person that inspired what we are building today to be the thing that we are building today. Because, yes, if you guys ask how to build something, I will do my best to either give you advice for your particular thing, or if I have something very similar, like in this case, I will just build my thing, and I'll give you the information you need to build your thing. So, the people from Sacramento, how are you doing with all this lovely heat we have right now?
I don't like it.
It's hot.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Who's the one person in the chat right now? Can you say something and say hello?
Unless you're driving and you're going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
Wow, I did really good.
Not touchy the phone.
Look at those. But look at our logos. They are almost dead on exactly the same. And I didn't even use the exact same picture. I used the one that you had is a different picture than the one I had in my computer. Slightly. And look, they're like even touching in the same corner and everything.
Magic.
Like, it looks like we're out of the same set bar. Yeah. That is consistency of offset. Okay. Shall we do this?
Let's do it.
We are time. And 1, and a 2, and a 3, and hello.
Eee.
You are very close.
I know, so I was like, I'm gonna back up. Or no, maybe.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this.
So today,
that way I can do.
I had a friend over the weekend over the last week here hit me up, and one of his kids wanted to be Chainsaw Man for Halloween, and he's like, "Dude, I have no clue how to build this chainsaw thing. That's not what I do. How do I go about this?" So I was like, "Got you. I have a project similar to that. Watch this when it comes up this weekend or this week." So this week,
did he respond to that?
Huh?
Did he respond saying he would?
Yeah, we talked to him more after that. So he may not be on live, but he'll at least watch it. You know, he's driving trucks. He could be on the road or sleeping. He gets all kinds of weird hours.
So
anyways,
be sure we'll send him.
We're gonna be taking all this EVA foam drops and this fiberglass rod that's meant for like marking the edge of your driveway. You can buy these over at like Home Depot or whatever. The 4-foot rod. I have done a little bit of prep on it. The couple things I've done is I've done mark out of the center of the bar because I'm going to be cutting this in half into 2 pieces. And I took the thinner piece of foam here, and I drew out the rough for the center of the blade. That is all I have done. I will go more over what we have done in just a second once we switch screens. But first,
the switching of the screens.
For all the cons coming up.
So this one's not necessarily a con, but it is a geeky event. So this Saturday, Sad Geeks is having their monthly night market at Lucid Winery. It's retro video game themed. You guys all know what that means. Our childhood in video games. And we're going to have lots of vendors. We're going to even have like a mini arcade there. If you guys want to play some games, you can, which will be really cool. If you happen to have gone to VerseCon, they're going to be I think they're the same ones, if not a little different, but the same style that they have at VerseCon. So you guys can be playing with those and hanging out and having some wine. I'm going to be there. Frisco's going to be there. Frank's going to be there. So a bunch of Sat Geek members are going to be there hanging out. So come out and hang out with us. It's a free event. All ages are invited. You don't got to worry about that. And then the following weekend, we have, of course, Sac Anime Summer, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, here in Sacramento at the, is it Union Safe or Safe Union?
I think it's Safe Union.
Safe Union.
That's Convention Center downtown.
Yeah, the big convention center where everything happens downtown.
Yep. I do believe it's also using the hotel, and I do believe Memorial as well.
Yeah, they're going to have some panels in Memorial, and they're using the Hyatt for some things like the Geek Fashion Show on Friday evening starting at 6 p.m. There's, again, a lot of members of Sac Geeks is going to be in the show, at least 3 of us, and it's going to be so much fun. I would love for you guys to go and cheer me on, take some photos of me on stage, send them to me, tag me. And I think that's going to about do it for August. I don't quite have our flyers up for September yet, but it's looking a little slow, but that's okay because the events we have going on are big. They're big. So that's going to be it for that. Are you ready, my dear?
What was it?
I do believe Raven's Pro Shop is the other Wolverine cosplayer that hangs out with Sac Deadpool, if I'm right.
And he said it. Hey. And he also answered your question.
Safe Credit Union, yeah. Oh, and I was right on who the person is.
Okay, so I'm going to go which screen? That screen.
Switch in screen.
That screen where I'm bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again, fiberglass rod, we have a center mark. I will be cutting that in half in a minute. What I have done so far is this piece of foam here is. Oh, what is this? This is. How many mil is this? My ruler. $6 mil. So this is 6 mil foam. This is thinner foam. And then I do believe this stuff is 8 or 10. 10. There's a 10 mil foam over here. So what we're going to do, we got prison bars. You're looking at me through the blinds. We're going to be taking this. I hate the prison bar.
We're spying on you.
Okay, so we're going to be taking this thinner foam, and the reason there's 1 inch from this line to the edge, and 1 inch from this line to this line. Same thing at the tip here. There's a 1 inch gap. So there's at a little minimum an inch all the way around this lovely piece here. That is for me to put in the teeth. So what I did is I made the middle. I believe it's 4 inches. You could use whatever dimensions you 4 inches. So I measured 6, marked it at 1, marked it at 5, marked it at 6. And then I marked it an inch in from the end, and then I striped everything. And then I took this lovely little bucket that I had laying on my desk that's supposed to hold all my whiteboard markers. Flipped her upside down, put it on there, trace it, and that gives me the shape of the front of the blade. Now this inner piece, this kind of longer piece here, in the middle, that will also be the shape that I cut these thicker ones here into that same exact dimension. The 4 by whatever this is. And the 4 by whatever this length is with the round tip is what we were cutting 2 out of this. And then this piece will actually end up getting cut with like a little bit of a jagged edge. So this is for my Ash Ketchum and the Evil Dead costume. So I'm mixing Ash Ketchum and Ash from the Evil Dead together, and I'm looking to take the Ash and the Evil Dead parts and Pokemon them a little bit, and then take the Pokemon parts and realism a little bit into the horror world. There's another costume I plan on working on later for Bruce that will go with this, where I'm looking at turning him into a Tangela. Because anyone that's watched Evil Dead knows there's creepy tentacle monsters everywhere. So, first step's going to be drawing whatever I want for teeth here. So I have to figure that out. How do we want to do teeth?
Pokeball boomstick? Sack Deadpool.
I have not figured out the boomstick yet. I am thinking I might put a little charm tail on it with something on there. With like a little Pokemon keychain or something on the end. Also, real quick, chat, what is the cutest Pokemon? Like the most adorable Pokemon.
Besides Pikachu? Because a lot of people just go straight to Pikachu.
I don't give a damn. Just the actual cutest. Because, I mean, actually, Togepi is cuter than freaking that.
Sack Deadpool says Mew.
See Mew. Yeah, I can see Mew. Mew is a little pink thing. Because, I mean, you got Togepi, you got the Jigglypuff, Chansey, Fable, Clefairy, a bajillion newer Pokemon. This is going to be fun to cut out. It's going to be a bunch of little cuts over and over. I think I know what I need to do here. How tall am I making those teeth? About a 1/4 inch.
Quarter inch. Quarter of an inch. Want to see something?
So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to give myself indicator marks so I know what I'm working with here. And then I will restripe this thing longwise.
Okay. I'm gonna say this wrong. Woolpix.
Woolpex.
Okay, that's what Tyler thinks.
Trying to remember which one that was. I know it's original 151, but I'm trying to remember which one that was.
I don't know. Let me see. So obviously, I've never heard of this Pokemon. Let me see if I can look it up. Deadpool also says Snorlax.
Snorlax wouldn't quite work for the task at hand. So that I think Bruce might get mad at me if I did what I'm about to do to this creature. The Snorlax.
Oh, Vulpix is like this wannabe
squirrel. Oh, it's like a little fox
mix.
Which one?
He looks like a My Little Pony squirrel thing.
Okay.
Or Eevee. I mean, everyone like
Eevee would piss off a lot of people. That'd be kind of funny to watch. I do like pissing people off sometimes. That's kind of fun.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen so you can have a better image of that, babe. There.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like a little fox with a bunch of tails.
Yeah.
Oh, it turned white at one point? That must be like a color variant per region.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pokemon started having regional color variants at some point. Ooh, did we find it? We found it! It's 5.5.
Woohoo! Oh, let's see here. So we have Mew, Vulpix. I'm writing Snorlax just because it was said.
It's not going to win. It would not work for the task at hand. What's our son think?
He's in his room supposedly cleaning it.
He's not cleaning.
I say supposedly.
I'm just going to freestyle this curve. That came out awful. That did not work how I wanted it to. I went to the wrong lines. I went too wide. I needed 4.5, and I went 5. So, yeah. But I just kind of freehanded it, and that should be about right. Okay. So when you're cutting EVA foam, if possible, I'm going to go back to this screen. Ooh, me bigger. If possible, you want to get clean, single run cuts.
What do you doubt, Tyler? I'm trying to multitask.
Anyone that has worked with EV, most people that have seen the video of how to work with EV and stuff, most people tell you to use the little X-Acto blades. These things die constantly. You have to either keep a sharpener stone there and between each cut, or have 5 bajillion blades laying around. Personally, I just go with a standard box knife, and then I like the Linux Gold blades. So you get those over at Lowe's. They last longer. They just last longer. They are very sharp, so be very careful when you are working with them. I prefer the shape of my old Milwaukee box knife. And that is no longer needed, so that can go down there.
So, are you cutting a particular piece right now?
This is going to be the thinner. So this is the blade. This is the inner blade. But you see how there's a line about a 1/4 inch in there, and the bottom has like a zigzag look to it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that zigzag look all the way around this. And then I will be cutting little triangles out of this thing. By cutting it into the rough shape of the high peaks, means I get to just go down the line and go angle, 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 over and over until I get this little 2 shape. And this Sharpie or this pin's starting to die. Don't see another black over here, so we're going to do the old trick to make it last a little longer. Just make sure you put your cap on. I have other things over here I didn't put the cap on, and they are spattered in paint from when I did it with a paint pen. I think it was actually recorded too.
Do we have it up, or is it like?
I don't know. I don't think it's up because I think it was when I was working on a project that never actually ended up getting edited. Which might eventually get edited, but who knows? So, anyways, for the blade, what I'm gonna do is I will be cutting these zigzags all the way around. I'm not gonna bore you guys with watching me do that yet. But I will also be cutting this in half and then embedding the 2 halves of it. You get out of the way. Inside here. So I have to cut 2 strips into this as well. That will allow me to lay this inside there. And then I will have a layer of this, 2 layers of this, one on top, one on bottom, which will make my blade a total. I would honestly wish I had more thin stuff, but it will make my blade a total of. This is 6, that's 10, that's 26 millimeter. So, holy crud. That's pretty big. I don't like that.
So, what are your alterations?
I think I'm going to try to switch this 10 for some more 6, because 6 plus 6 is... Because if I go 6, 6, and 6, 6, 12, 18 means I'm that thick. It's considerably less. Really wish I had some like 3 mil for the outsides. That would be ideal. Then that'd be 12, and that'd be freaking sweetness. 12 would be ideal. Let me see if I have more 6 real quick. Because if I have more 6, then we're going 6. If I don't, I have to buy some foam, we're going 3. Ooh, what is this? Is this 4? 4 might be a happy medium. This might be our matrix in the middle. Yep, that's 4 mil.
I would be surprised if you didn't have any.
Well, I know I don't have any 3. And a lot of what I have are smaller pieces. Because, like, this, I think, is 2 mil. And this is kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, this is 2 mil. this little sticky stuff that we have. But I don't want a bunch of seam lines down this. So this actually looks like it will cover the area I need it to cover. I know I have two of them. That looks like, yep, that's the exact same piece. I do believe. Yep, I can cut it out of those two, which means you are off the. I'll save you for maybe the body. Body having heavier foam could be a good thing, especially in like the disc. So with this being 4, that's 8. 8 and 6 is
8 and 6.
14. The 8 and 8 is 16, right?
Yeah, 8 and 8 is 16.
Well, 8 and 6. 6 is 2 less than 8. So that if 16 minus 2 is 14. Yeah, 14.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I can work with 14. I can work with 14. I just have to make the handle chunkier to offset it.
Hun, I have a quick question. Can you hear the TV in the living room?
I can't hear anything.
Okay.
The only thing I hear is the dehumidifier over here.
Okay, I was just wondering because I know I can hear it fairly well, but I didn't know if it was getting to you on your end.
No, I don't think we need to worry about that quite yet.
Okay. Oh, no one's
watching your audio. So since we have 5 of you in there, Mad Lib time?
Sure, I got one ready from our 90s Mad Lib. So, guys, pay attention. Turn your listening ears on. This one is 90s cutting edge technology. I need a person in the room. So, name me a person in the chat. See who's awake. Who's paying attention?
All I see is Tyler's.
Yeah, that was.
All I see is Tyler's.
Yeah.
7 minutes ago.
Yeah. So nothing yet because we just started. So they got to think who's in the chat.
Yep.
Who's in the chat? Sack Temple Tater. Okay. Now I need a number. I know you're here. Give me a number. $37. Now I need a part of the body. See, you guys you're starting off fairly strong. So let's see if we can keep it up. I already got a number though, Sack Temple. If I need another number, we'll set that one aside. But I need a body part of the body. Calf. Okay. Pinky. Okay, you guys are battling right now. So instead, I need a place and an adjective. That way, you guys, if you beat the other one, can come up with something else. I need a place and an adjective. Ooh, I'll use that one for that one. Now they've stopped. Come on, guys. I need a place and an adjective. And Sack Deadpool, I used your body part for another part in here where it needs another body part. So don't feel bad. Oh, and I'll use your number for this other part. Apparently there's another number. So. Pasco, of course. Pasco or Power Ranger Command Center. Ooh. Ooh, I'm torn. Give me an adjective, though. Babe, Pasco or Power Ranger Command Center? for a place?
I don't know. I mean, Power Rangers out through first. Right now, Pasco did.
And then Tyler keeps wanting me to use Pasco because he put it twice.
Yeah. He is like that overhyper kid in school right now.
Huh?
He's that overhyper kid at school right now.
Mm.
One that just keeps blurting out the fucking answer over and over again until someone acknowledges that he knows.
Yeah. Okay. Funny. I'm going to use funny because that was put in first. And then I guess I'll put Pasco just so Tater feels.
I mean, it's kind of first come.
Okay. Now, guys, I need a person in the room and a noun. So person
Technically, the command center could be a noun.
True. Lame. Okay, well.
We'll be quicker.
Yeah. Okay, person in the room, Jeff. I'm going to put Jeff. Now I need a noun and two different plural nouns. Well, technically I'll need three. So, yeah. A noun and then three plural nouns. Banana. Banana.
Chicken. Banana. Terracotta pie. Terracotta pie.
Okay, three plural nouns. Three plural nouns. Kiwis. Okay, are we naming fruit? You're making me hungry. Okay, two
I'm
more.
surprised you didn't go with pickles.
Loaves. Okay. One more plural noun, guys. One more plural noun and an article of clothing.
Okay, loaves. Loaves of bread or loaves of meat?
Bales.
Of what? Bales of hay. Bales of human body parts.
Okay, article of clothing. Wait,
I noticed there's a piece
I gotta
sitting in
put
my cabinet.
article of clothing, and then I need two verbs.
I just noticed that.
What?
That.
That it's open?
Look right there where my fingertip is.
Ew, stop that. Pants is.
I know. We can make that better for you. Close those doors.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
Two verbs, guys. I need two different verbs and a color.
Better for you, babe?
Yes, thank you. Or, you know what? Just fuck off. Jump and dance. Okay. Now I need a color. Rainbow. Okay, I guess that'll work. I'm gonna write on here who helped. Tyler. Yep. Yeah. You're a little slow with the texting today. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, he got there first with Pasco.
True. Okay. Now it's story time. I really don't know what it is. You're heating up dinner. We still need to cook dinner. You're heating it up. Okay.
I'm making 5 billion little cuts.
This week, oh, you know what? I realized I don't have any lights on in here.
It looks fine. At most, I'd say put the top light on.
I just put the ceiling light on. The lighting seems to be okay.
Yeah. In your new little office.
Yeah, I got a little office now, guys. I got a little office. It's so cute. If you want to see it, you'll see it on game night. So, anyways, let's get to the Mad Lib.
It is literally right there.
Yeah.
That wall is what separates her office and my office.
You're heating a Subway sandwich. Okay.
What's dinner? Well, I can tell you for game night, your dinner will be Philly cheesesteaks. Where I will be making giant cheese sticks filled with Philly cheese toppings.
What? That's what we're having?
Yes.
How? Okay, so let's get back to this Mad Lib, shall we? This week only, Tater's Discount Tech is holding a 37% off sale. Get your caps on the coolest gadgets in the 90s. Discman, don't get caught walking around the Pasco without this funny portable CD player. Batteries and pink phones not included. Mobile phone. Now you can gossip with Jeff without being plugged into a banana. Floppy kiwis. Save longer loaves on these storage disks that hold up to 69 megabytes. Pagers. Stay connected to family and chairs with communicators that you can clip to your pants. That one just fit too perfectly and you didn't even know it. Sony Jump Station. Dance your favorite video games on this console that'll turn your family's rainbow with envy. Thank you, Sacramento Deadpool and Tater.
So, I mean, banana phone, you can have a cell phone, no longer need a banana phone. So that's ahead of its time because banana phone wasn't until like early 2000s. Ring, ring, ring.
Oh, okay, guys. That was a little too funny, but I love how everyone was involved this time. I didn't have to wait around. I love it. Also, speaking of, have you guys been telling people about us? Because, plenty. Because we do need to get to 200 subscribers so we can give away shit. You have, but have they been subscribing in front of your eyeballs? Make them do it. And also have them subscribe to Distance Learning too. I mean, they're a lot closer to 500 than we are at getting 200 right now. I mean, like they need less than 25. We need.
Last night was like 22.
Yeah, we need like 82 more subs.
And they were at like 22 more last night.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I knew it was less than 25. Okay, so Deadpool, when you go on the radio, when you do occasionally, shout us out.
There we go. Now we have one whole side of teeth.
Ooh.
This is a very tedious process. So basically, what we're doing here, over and over, is it starts out this little zigzag pattern. So I went down the line and I cut all of one side, all the way down. And then I came back and I cut the other side all the way out, and that's when they start popping out, and you get from being a zigzag pattern to a saw blade. And then this will sit kind of like that behind the other one, giving it some depth. Also, the outer ones are there to help hide the fiberglass rod that we're putting in.
Now,
Which we'll use you next class as soon as I'm done nipping a bajillion pieces of foam off here.
Now, is this gonna be Comic-Con approved?
Yeah, it's all foam. It has no moving parts. You could totally use this at a con. And I mean, you could use this, the same concept, if you modify it just slightly and give yourself a spot for your hands to go in there so that it can sit between your fingers. You can make it your arm blades for the chainsaw man, so that it sits something like that in between your fingers and the blade comes back past up to your probably mid forearm. I would probably go.
Mm-hmm. Now,
you can do it like that, or like I was saying, you can make this and then attach this to the helmet on the top, and you just basically have to pattern yourself out a helmet. I would say probably something like cereal boxes or beer boxes or any of those thin cardboard boxes like that are really good for making yourself a three-dimensional pattern. Because once you have a three-dimensional pattern of what you want, especially with something that's geometric, like Chainsaw Man's head, then, I mean, if you ruin a piece of cardboard from a beer box, no one cares. If you ruin a chunk of your EVA foam that cost you $20 a roll or better, you're going to be a little upset.
Now, you said you're using a fiberglass rod. If someone can't get a hold of a fiberglass rod, what else could they use?
You can use a wood dowel. You can get those at hobby shops, or Home Depot, Lowe's. But most Home Depot, Lowe's should carry these fiberglass rods in a couple different sizes. They're usually over by like where all the no trespassing signs and stuff are.
Okay.
Over in the hardware section.
Just figured I'd ask for the people watching if they're like, I can't.
If you're anywhere it snows, you can find these rods. You're probably going to find the taller ones because, well, they're to help you find your driveway when it snows. But these are very common in a lot of places because realistically, this little white section at the end here is reflective. So if this was stabbed into the ground and your headlights hit it, it tells you, oh, look, there's the corner of my driveway, and you don't accidentally drive onto your yard. That is its actual job. Do note, if there is a chance that it will be seen, I would recommend spray painting it first. But you are going to want to scuff it because it is a smooth object to help prevent it from being nasty and gross really fast. It is a smooth object, and anytime you have a smooth object, you do want to put a scuff on it. So just take like 120 sandpaper and rub it down it real quick. Just quick, and you'll be good to go. You're just putting an edge for the paint to have something to hold on to. Otherwise, your paint ain't going to hold on, and it's going to peel off. And that just sucks. You can also do that same technique if you are 3D printing a sword. You can, if you are designing it yourself, you can actually lay it out to leave a hole the diameter of this rod down the center of the blade, and before you put the handle on, just put glue onto this thing, slide it right down the blade, measure out how much you have left for your handle to go on. It can go into your handle. Put glue on that. Slide your handle on. And now you have a fiberglass rod to strengthen up that 3D printed board, because we all know those things love to break. God, do those things love to break. So it would work perfectly for that as well. The other way you could do this, if you want to keep it even skinnier, is you could get something like 1/4-inch paneling. And this part that I'm making currently out of foam, you could make this out of panel board, and then attach your foam to the sides. And then your saw piece would be made of foam. It would make your saw skinnier, for sure. Especially if you use like the 4mm and then just the little 1/4-inch paneling board, because the 1/4-inch paneling board is about 4mm, so it'd bring you down like 2mm skinnier than what I'm going at. So. Or you could even go all the way down to something like a big sheet of this type stuff, which is what is this? This is 2mm, I do believe. Yeah, this is 2mm. So you could go down to a sheet of 2mm and a piece of that 1/4-inch paneling, and then you're 4mm over 2. So you're probably about 8mm thick, which is skinny. It's about like that. It's tiny. Let's see. Use the ruler here. Half. 1/4. Yeah. Yeah, 1/4-inch is about 4mm. So if you use 2mm, you'd be at like 8mm thickness, which is super skinny. That would basically make you about a 1/2 inch thick. There's multiple ways to do any project. This is just how I'm doing it, and I'm looking for lightness, because this is going to be a hand prop, and I don't want the weight pulling down on my arm all day, and then my shoulder and my back get sore off of it. Especially if I wear this to something like Zach Anime, where I'm there for 8 hours. Because if you're running around with 8 hours with a 2-pound object, it will wear on you. Even the thin sword that's out there in the front room is probably just shy of a pound. And just because of the natural position for that sword is me holding it here, by the end of the day, my whole arm is dead. So also think about, how are you holding this prop? Is it a staff style prop where you get to set it on the ground a lot and your arm kind of relax into it? Or is it something you have to hold up and onto your shoulder all day? Or is it something you're going to carry out here with 2 hands? Because if you're like a Gamorrean guard, that weapon that you're carrying across here, you want that thing as light as possible. As light as possible. Because that thing's going to add up over time. Because there's 2 types of workout. There's there's workout for weight, and then there's workout for endurance. And you're playing with the second type, endurance. And heavier the weight, or the longer the period, the worse it's going to be. If you want to see this for yourself, just stick your arm straight out and see how long you can hold your arm up.
Ooh, endurance testing.
That will tell you alone right there. Like over time, it will. Your arm weight's nothing when you first put it out there, but after a couple of minutes, you're like dying. Oh yeah, and when you are cosplaying, drink water. You should be drinking water anyways, but when you are cosplaying, you are wearing horrible hot stuff. Drink water.
Hydrate.
You are sweating too much.
Hydrate.
No.
Hydrate.
Drink water. Everything else is nonsense. Drink water. Monster is not hydration.
No.
Either it's the Rockstar or the Red Bull or the coffee.
When exactly did you want to get this done by, hun?
Which one?
This one you're working on.
Ash?
Yeah.
I didn't really set a time frame for it.
Okay.
The one that I'm more focused on is the one we will be starting on not next week, but the week after. I have not figured out what I'm doing next week. But the one we were starting on not next week, but the week after, because I do not think we have an interview then.
As of right now, we have nothing on the 3rd, but I'm waiting for a couple people to respond.
Yeah. And if it is the one of those people you're waiting on, I'd do it anyways. Because, well, one, they get a kick out of it, and two, I can with them working easily. I talked to them for way too long at the show. I really did. I talked to that booth that we popped back up with this weekend for like 2 hours when we were in Medford. So, especially his partner, which would be the one that's coming on, he is very much possibly what I will become.
Yeah, so, well, I'm waiting for them to respond too.
Yeah. Which reminds me, we're going to San Jose in October.
October?
Yes.
We're going to San Jose in October.
Yes, for a day, but we'll go during the day, come back that night.
Okay. I am not aware of this. Or should I be?
You're not.
Okay.
Huh? It's not a con thing. I've just been invited to things.
Okay.
So.
Do I need to request time off?
No, we can do it on the weekend.
Okay. Your mom will
might need to bring extra draws, but yeah.
Okay.
You might piss yourself. Hey, look, we have a saw blade. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Can you tell me the weekend this is happening?
I have not set a weekend yet.
Okay, because I'm like, we got stuff going on certain times.
It's kind of a free floaty one. So.
Alrighty.
So you can use a hacksaw to cut this, and that would be perfectly fine. I'm going to use this saw. This is called a coping saw. It is typically used for wood, but because this is fiberglass, it will actually cut through it rather well. Go. You want to talk about what's up next week?
What is next week? Let's see. What's next week?
They're talking to a special guest.
Oh, yes, our special guest. I don't have a flyer up for them. But next week, Jeff and a special co-host, Zach Deadpool, who's currently in the chat, is going to be interviewing Dragon's Kiln Studio, where Jeff had met them at Metal Art Comic Con.
Friday, there'll be a short interview with them coming out this Friday. So if you want to get an idea of what they're about, you can look at that and then come hang out with us while we talk to her.
Sounds good. And did you guys catch our other interview with I forget
Dog something studios.
Art Dog Creative?
Yeah, that guy. That one? Or the one we put out the other day with Can't Quit?
Yeah, I was referring to the one with Can't Quit.
Yes. Because there's also 2 interviews that are now out, are live, and a quick at show interview with what was it again? Something Dog?
Art Dog Creative.
Art Dog Creative. And then we have over this weekend we released the Can't Quit Comics interview. So when you guys get done watching Graveyard tonight, that's something else you guys can watch.
I know he has
I sent you the link.
Which way did you send it to me?
Your text. At like earlier this afternoon.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes. I'm on it.
Because I didn't click on it. Okay.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
I sent it to you so that you can get stuff ready. Because we like to be prepared
on the computer,
even if we aren't.
Hey.
Okay. Did we ever come up with what the cutest Pokemon is?
No, everyone put a different thing.
Okay, so what? Let's see what we got. Name the first 2. We're doing this.
Mew and Vulpix.
Vulpix. All right. Bracket style. Mew or Vulpix?
Oh, you guys need to hurry up and vote. Do it. Do it now. I'm waiting. Okay. Tyler votes Vulpix.
Vulpix. That was him. Because, like, I'm pretty sure freaking Sackful's probably going to go Mew.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they do here.
Okay, so cut 2 grooves out for the rods to sit into. In my case, I left the rods a little long here to help it mesh into the other piece that I'm building it onto. But I have to attach a whole handle to this thing. So I have a way to...
I'm putting Graves' link in the chat. So, yeah, when we're done here, you can click on that and go in about 30 minutes.
We'll put it back up towards the end.
Yeah. But so far, only Tyler's voting.
What are the other 4 of you doing?
Yeah.
Look. Vulpix or Mew?
What does Mew look like? I don't think I know that one.
Mew is... Okay, so you know the one that looks like Mewtwo Baby? A little small pink thing kind of floats, long wavy tail.
Okay, I just Googled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mew is the first stage of Mewtwo, even though Mew doesn't actually evolve into Mewtwo, which is confusing. All kinds of confusing. So just something else for everyone out there to know. No matter what saw you have, all saws and most files cut in one direction. So if you look at the teeth on your saw, I don't think if you look at the teeth on your, have a slope side and a straight side. That more vertical side, even if it has like just a little slope, when that side's moving, it's moving towards that way. That is the side that's cutting. The other side is not meant for cutting. It is just a return so that it doesn't stick in the product that you are cutting. Even those teeny tiny little teeth in a hacksaw are built that way. So all saws have a direction. Hacksaws and coping saws, you can actually flip the blade around to change the direction. Files, you can kind of look at them if you look real close, or even if you like drag your file down something and then push it up it. If you'll hear the difference. One side will have a really high pitch hum, the other side will have kind of a grunt noise to it. The side that's grunting, it's because it's working harder. The side that's humming, it's because he has it easy. Okay. Well, now that we have this, we need to pull our ruler here and measure our length. We are 23 and 8? Yeah, 23 and an 8. But we do have, this is the center of the blade. This will go together just like this. And now we need to take these. By the way, these little cheap clamps that you can get them from like Harbor Freight. They suck for most things, but what they are really good for is when you need to hold your foam flat for your table. They're really good for that. It is about the only reason I still keep them around. Is they are rather efficient at just holding the part to the table.
So there's only 2 votes, and one of them's me. I went with Vulpix because I did look and compare the pictures and like, yeah.
Okay. So far it's Vulpix.
Yeah.
What are the next 2 characters in the list?
Snorlax and Eevee.
Okay, Snorlax is DQ'd. He doesn't fit in this process. Eevee versus who?
I guess Vulpix, because there was only 4 named.
There was only 4? Okay, yeah. Eevee and Vulpix.
All right, guys. Or Tyler. Eevee versus Vulpix.
Okay.
I'm going to wait to see if anyone's paying attention to say anything.
Put it in the chat so that it type out what the options are.
Tyler, hold on a second. Sack Deadpool was on the phone. Okay, so Sack Deadpool.
So what you missed is Mew lost to Vulpix on which one's cuter. So now that puts us at Vulpix versus Eevee for which one's cuter.
I'm waiting on you guys before I say. Yeah.
That is what you missed.
That's what happens when you take a phone call.
you got to make choices. Sometimes you got a cupcake, and sometimes you got to vote for meal.
Yeah. Zach Deadpool says Evie. Tyler also says Evie. And do you have an opinion on this?
Oh, we'll give you what? We'll give you till 37. That gives you a couple minutes.
Like 2 minutes, guys. We'll leave it out because there's 6 of you in this chat. I know one of them is me, so technically there's 5 of you in this chat. I'm holding off. I'm waiting for everyone else to say something. Now, while we're waiting for everyone to think, Sacramento Deadpool, between you and Vulpix, which one would you have picked? I mean, it won't count anymore, but I'm just curious.
It wouldn't matter anyways.
Y'all got 90 seconds. Okay, so originally you would have voted Mew, but there was 2 for Vulpix, so you would have lost. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like Deadpool. I have an office now, if you can't tell. What do you think? I don't think you were in here in the chat when we first said it. You didn't.
I need mustard. By the way, do not trust these factory edges. Like,
yeah, I think
if you are trying to get an actual straight edge, do not trust the factory edges. The factory edges on these foam are within a fairly fat tolerance when it comes down to it. I've trusted an edge before and been off. Like, once you take that edge where it got cut and you run your square off of that and you go out 3 feet and then suddenly you're a 1/4 inch off. Do not trust factory edges. They will lie to you.
I think the same goes for wood too, right?
No, wood's more reasonable. You can trust to an extent to factory edge.
I did see that the one like a carpenter reel thing that's like you got to double check it to make sure.
You generally wood will have a decent edge, decently square edge, but where it comes down to is where are you getting your wood from and did it shrink up or anything like that? Because that can all change it.
Mm-hmm. I think before Wednesday, I think you and Sack Deadpool need to get together to talk about the interview next week.
Yep.
Too. Maybe the same time Tyler might be coming by.
Hey, then they can both help with that task.
Yeah, you guys can talk about it later. Offline.
Yeah. It's just more stuff towards making your office, right?
Yeah.
The thing with foam is like right now, I'm square. I'm holding both ends. Now that says I'm not square. Just because I slid the foam, like the foam will curve. So it's really hard to trust the edge. I need you. So because we are doing 2 shows that are very massively different styles, one of my goals here is we take everything Ash and make it more of more Pokemon-y. Everything Pokemon-y, and make it more Evil Dead-y. Remember when you cut foam, have a surface you don't care if you're cutting into. This table is my work table, so if there's knife marks in it, it does not bug me. I got over that long ago.
So don't
this
do
section
it
of my table here really is destroyed. So if you do this at home, especially if you're a kid, don't do it on mom's kitchen table.
Yeah, so don't do it on grandma's table.
But they make cut mats. Do make sure you're not pushing through the cut mat. I have done that before, especially with the cheaper ones.
Yeah, that's why we don't have it anymore.
But you know what? They are at a time to vote.
Yeah, so what's your vote? Eevee or Vulpix?
Mine?
Yeah.
I don't need a vote. I just need the answers.
Well, then I'm going to vote and I'm pick Eevee. So that's 3 versus nothing. So Eevee's the winner.
So Eevee it is. That'll be fun for me. Because what we are going to do to this adorable little Eevee is we're going to stick his head straight in half with this chainsaw and dangle him from the chainsaw bloody and messy.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Henceforth, why Snorlax was too big for this project. Because making Snorlax hang off the chainsaw blade would have been quite a task.
Yeah, even if you got a small one.
But, like, to make a realistic Snorlax hanging off my chainsaw blade, I'm dragging my arm behind me at that point.
Yeah.
Because Snorlax lane is supposed to be something around like 10 or 12 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And he's big enough he'd block a road in the first games. Red and blue versions. He blocks the road. There's a part where it says Snorlax is sleeping on the path, blocking your route. You cannot get by. I am paraphrasing because it has been probably freaking 20 years since I've seen that. But we will put the blade here. As I slide this forwards, we can kind of start to see how the blade's going to look. Into the little lip here, leading into the blade.
Mm-hmm.
I would put something on here, but since we're going to have them with their head in there, I just feel like this much of it's going to be blocked. I have to lose a lot of my messaging. So I think, I just figured out what I'm doing for the boomstick. I'm going to write on the handle. I'm going to write on the handle. Engrave it into the handle. Gotta kill them all. Just like the Pokemon Gotta Catch Them All writing, in that font, I'm going to put Gotta Kill Them All. An anchor.
For a flared base.
With the rusty anchor. Now, the nice part of this is all that measuring I just did that sucked and took forever. We don't have to measure all that again.
Yay!
Oh, because we now have a template.
Yay, template! So when you're making templates, is it difficult to do or is it just tedious?
I am literally taking the one that I made originally. So you have to make sure you lay your first piece out perfectly. And I'm just going to lay it on here. And I'm going to trace it.
Okay.
It is that simple.
Okay. Just asking for
like two of the same part. So just one thing you have to remember is if you're making a bunch of a part, one, make an extra one. Because you're gonna jack up one of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that's what happens. You're going to mess up one of them somewhere in the process. Two, make them all based off the first one you made. Don't make one, set it aside, use the one you just made for the next one, set that one and then use the new one you just made. Because what will happen is slowly but surely your size will just grow. Just a little bit, just a millimeter. And another and another. And before you know it, you're like a 1/4 inch too fat. It's kind of like how all these processed foods get you. A little at a time.
Yep. Carefully. Oh, so carefully. So carefully. For the Leo Pleridon's gonna
Also, don't hurt yourself. Even though I'm doing it, don't do it. It's bad. It's not safe. You will get hurt. Cut away from you. Or the old job site rule: cut towards your friend, not towards yourself. Also, when you're doing radiuses, try to don't stop right at the start of the radius. Stops a little short of it. That way, when you cut your radius, you're cutting from the flat around, because that will keep you from having these weird little pointy corners, like right here. You can kind of see that little nubby corners on there.
I say a slight nub.
So those little nubby corners are because I cut the straight line past, and then I cut it at a radius. So now I have a radius running into a flat line, which gives me a little bit of a corner instead of a radius flowing into there. You can sand those off, but if you want to be able to avoid that, cut your radius into your straight line, and then cut your other radius into the straight line, and then cut your long straight lines going past that section. And it will give you a nice smooth radius turn. And if you can, just cut that whole radius in one run, starting from flat around to flat, even better. And then you just start into your cut, run it to the end, start your cut, run it to the end, cut your end off, and it'll look beautiful. You won't have these weird nubby corners. But we have all the parts of our blade. We have all the parts of our blade made now. So we will put some tools out of the way. For circles, so if you need to make a round end, all I do for that is I will literally, I measure my width of my section that I need to round off the end of, and I will go to the kitchen. I will go to a cup. I will get cups. I will get cans. I will grab coffee can if I need a big one. My pin jar. This is a cookie tin lid that I use. Whatever has the diameter of your width you can use. So the only things you need to do past that is now you have your circle and you have your width. So you have your two straight lines. You know where to put it side to side. You need to know where the end of your circle you want your end of your circle to be. So how long do you want this item to be? You can put a little mark right there. Set the circle within the 3 marks. Draw your half circle. I suggest if you don't care about the marks on the piece, go a little bit past that. Make your circle go a little inside there because that will allow you a little bit of tolerance. If you didn't quite come perfectly to the line, you can kind of fudge yourself into place. And that will give you circles. I've done that for eyes. I've done that for all kinds of things. Also, if like say you want to make eyes in a mask and you want that eyeball shape, you can pick something like the bottom of this tin, and if you trace one side and then you measure from the top to the bottom, however tall you want your eye to be, you set the bottom there and you line it up so it looks even on both sides of the tin where it's matching up with your first line you drew. You draw another one, you'll get that eyeball shape. And that's a good way to be able to cut eyes out of masks and stuff like that. Actually, technically it is because circles. These are the teeth from the sandworm from Beetlejuice. All this is a bunch of circles. And like one of these is a pint glass, one of these is a shot glass. These are just different things I found, and I cut a bajillion circles. Stayed up super late laying those out. That sucked. And then I just sanded them until I got that nice little cone hill shape. So yeah, you could make a flared base. Also, if you're going to paint the whole thing, you don't care about marks or whatever you happen to have on the backside. Like both these have marks all over the freaking side that wants to bow out in the middle. Put your side that has the bow out so that it wants to be a bridge, not a half pipe. Because then when you glue it, it's easier to push down the middle than it is to hold down the ends. Because when you hold down the ends, that's when things want to pill up at the edges. When you push down the middle, the edges want to stay in place. So the middle held down better. Just something I've learned over time of messing with this stuff. So what we will do is we will be grabbing the EVA glue in a minute. Or the contact cement in just a second here. I want to dry fit all my parts first. Make sure everything fits where it needs to be. That goes there. That goes there. That lines up there. That lines up there. And that actually looks rather good. So,
alrighty. Ooh, we have like 5 minutes.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. So I will just be using contact cement to glue this together like you would any EVA project. I'm going to start putting out we're going to start putting out extra videos. So our goal is to be putting out a total of 3 things for you guys a week. Every Friday we are trying to get interviews out to you guys. Just the little shorty in app show con video. Normally there'll be reels, but every once in a while I get a longer one, like the Can't Quit guys, where it's a little bit longer, and it'll be in normal videos. But every Friday we're trying to get one of those out to you. And then Mondays, I think we've just agreed on. We're trying to get you a video of some sort on Mondays, and then Wednesdays you will be getting this lovely show, the Be a Maker. So the Monday content will be a lot more like, hey, this is how you use contact cement, or this is this product. This is what it's good for. This is what it's not good for. Do not do this. You can try this. It can go on these things. Blah blah blah. Something like that.
Yeah, like a kind of like a how-to info, tips and tricks.
We've all looked up a thing that we needed like 30 seconds of the information and had to watch a 2.5 hour video to get it. All of us have like, how do I thread a needle in a sewing machine, or thread the line in a sewing machine? And then you have to watch this long video just to find out, oh, I drag it through here, hook it around here, go through there, wrap it around that, and shove it through there, and that's how it's laced. You needed 30 seconds to a minute of that video, and you watched 2 hours, which made it where you don't even want to do your project right now, and now you're lost into YouTube.
Yeah, that happened to me when trying to figure out how to work the button maker. I had to skip through all this other crap till got to the point where it's like, okay, this is when they're finally using it. This is what I need to know.
Yeah, but real quick as a recap.
So yes, recapping the month. This Saturday, I, with Sat Geeks, will be at Lucid Winery for Retro Video Game Night Market. You guys can come buy some cool stuff, have some wine if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you can, and cosplay and hang out. It's free, and it's for all ages. So you can, if you want to, bring the kiddos along, or that one friend that's not quite 21, but you want to hang out, they can come too. And have some fun looking around, buying some geeky merch, and just having a good Saturday evening of it. And then the following weekend is SAC Anime Summer of 2025, a lovely 3-day event in three different buildings they're using. And one of them is the Hyatt for the Geek Fashion Show that's on Friday evening at 6:00. I would appreciate it if you guys came to that, cheered me on, and along with all the other people that will be walking that stage.
Do we yet know what time?
Huh?
Do we know what time yet?
It starts at 6.
The people will be on stage?
Yes. The fashion show itself starts at 6 p.m. Friday evening.
Okay. So if you get off work early enough, you can still make it over there.
Yeah.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this month's events. So quick.
All right. So don't forget to go hang out with Graveyard. We're dropping the link right now.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly next week I might be making the rest of this saw. I'm not sure what I want to build next week, but I might make the rest of the saw. I might make the handle part. But go hang out with Graveyard now. And remember, be a maker, not a hater. Goodbye.
Bye.